I'm Ray Negron, and on November the 7th, Bat Boy shall return. November the 7th, virtual Bat Boy. And that day, we have Little Ray.
I love the New York Yankees. I will do anything Steinbrenner tells me.
And then, of course, we had my Aunt Olga.
Hola!
Who showed me how to have a heart, because she had the greatest heart I ever knew, next to my mom, that is. And of course, we had the man who taught me how to be tough in the streets, next to the boss, that is, and that is Billy Martin.
Oh, really? That's right, Ray.
And Billy, in essence, I just need to know, I know you were the greatest manager ever, but why did you have to beat up on so many people?
No argument there.
I'm tired. 20 sold out shows. You keep popping me in the mouth.
That's
Marshmallow salesman.
Marshmallow salesman.
Come on virtually November 7th, NYPVG Studios. We're raising money for families challenged with autism and kids that need baseball equipment in the Bronx.
Be there November the 7th, virtual, whatever that means.
Be there.
November 7th.
Stay tuned.
Shot peppermint has got flavor of the gum has got, and that peppermint flavor hangs on, hangs on, hangs on to what it's got.
When Beech-Nut makes gum, the flavor hangs on.
Yeah, that Russian gushy flavor hangs on, hangs on, hangs on to what it's got.
Hang on to flavor by Beech-Nut.
By gum.
Hi, I'm Frankie Valli, and this is my first album for K-Tel.
K-Tel's 40 greatest hits of Frankie Valli in the 4 seasons. They're super hits. Remember, and of course, these are 40 hits that made Frankie Valli in the 4 seasons international superstar.
Can't take my eyes off you.
Solid Gold. His greatest hits. The 40 greatest hits of Frankie Valli and the 4 seasons.
Reach out, oh, Ray and Steve. Reach out, with Ray and Steve. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the car.
Hello, everybody, and a very pleasant good evening to you wherever you may be. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Reach Out with Ray and Steve. This is the show where East meets West, where the Yankees meet the Dodgers, and where baseball meets music. Then we all come together for the community. All right, everybody, put your virtual hands together. It's time for Ray and Steve. Come on in, gentlemen.
Hey, Robbie, how are you? Ray, how you doing?
It's been a crazy day, and I think introduce him in a little bit, Steve, but it's a beautiful Tampa, Florida.
Okay. Well, it's kind of nice here in New York. I'm sure it's okay there in California, right, Barbie?
Hey, the weather's always good. The only thing, we're still mourning over the World Series. We're still mourning over the National League Championship Series, but I don't know.
Let it go, Robbie. Let it go already.
Yeah, let it go, Robbie. We let it go 2 months ago.
Well, you know, like the Dodgers used to say back in Brooklyn, wait till next year, and that's all we got.
That's right. Well, this new song of yours, new old song with Joey D, not 10, not 20, not 30, not 40, over 100,000 hits. What's going on with you and Sarah?
I'll tell you what, this is as the kids would say, it's lit. As the kids would say, it's going viral. I can't believe it. It's over 100,000 views in 5 days. That's crazy.
Wow. Who'd have thunk it? But you guys did a lot of hard work in it. You got the blessing of Joey D. You got Tony Orlando's blessing. Let's check it out.
Here's what Tony says.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, they got a new dance and it goes like this. The name of the dance is the Peppermint Switch.
Hey everybody, this is Tony Orlando. I'm at the airport, ready to go back on the road. Thank God we are all able to do that to some degree. But I just listened to this release on Robbie Records. Robbie and the Twist Girl. I'm talking, this is a great Peppermint Twist time, but it was done so well, so contemporary, and the video is off the charts. Thank you for sharing it with me, and anybody out there that would like to check it out, you check out Robbie Robertson's website, and I'm sure Robbie Records as well. It's a great record. God bless you guys. Listen to Tony. I'm right. Bye-bye.
Robbie's Records. Hey, if Tony says it, we got to listen.
Hey, Tony says, listen to me. He's right. Hey, who's out there with Ray?
Is that Mick the Crick?
I have a special co-host today. Special co-host, the great Mickey John Rivers.
Yes, Mickey, how are you today?
Steve?
How you doing? Yeah, we can see you, man.
Steve, could you see me?
Yeah, we can see you. How you doing?
I feel good. Feel good. I got down here in Florida because I'm doing a camp down here.
Okay, all right. All right, now you're with your amigo over there, Ray. How's Ray doing, too? You guys doing okay?
We're doing all right. Mickey was my roommate back in the 70s. Mr. Steinbrenner actually used to keep me in the room with Mickey so that Mickey wouldn't get out of the room. But then one night we ended up getting into trouble because Mickey talked me into leaving with him, and we ended up at the racetrack. And I thought it was, you jump on the horse and ride around, and they told me no, this is just for the jockeys. So I got into a lot of trouble.
But that was a good thing. It's like what we going out doing nothing in the street. We went to the racetrack, come back to the room. Next day we played ball. Hey. All we have to go do, win, get a couple of hits, same thing the next night.
So that's a secret.
Yeah, that is a secret.
That's
so
a
Mickey,
secret, that's a
Robbie,
secret.
Robbie Robinson's a big Dodger fan, and he still can't get over 77 and 78.
You guys killed me, Mickey.
Robbie, I got to say, Robbie, I'm a big Dodger fan too. We come up being a Dodger fan at that time, and boy, it was a pleasure. Well, I was out west with them guys, and every time we look around, the Dodgers, Angels. We got together to know a lot of the guys. We have a good time together. But as we got towards the Yankees, the Dodgers were a better team, but we had a good nucleus that time. So we always wanted to play against the Dodgers.
Stop being so nice to Robbie Robinson. We beat their butts, okay?
That's right.
Hey, I remember he just said
Robbie did okay.
The Dodgers were a better team, Ray.
I didn't hear him say that. He's just trying to be nice.
Hey, Mickey, do you remember coming to the Frankie Valli concert a couple years ago down in Florida?
That's right.
Well, we have a surprise for you. Me and Mickey are going to sing Sherry for you guys.
Okay, let's hear it.
You ready, Mick?
Sherry, Sherry, baby, Sherry, Sherry, baby, baby.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, Robbie. What do you think?
I think they're not ready for Robbie's records. I don't think.
I don't know. I would give him a couple more days of practice.
Yeah, you got to practice. Practice.
I thought that was Robbie. Robbie, you a hater, man.
Robbie, don't be a player hater, Robbie.
Come on.
We had the same thing for you,
We
Robbie.
want you to sign us to Robbie Records.
Okay,
we'll
sign a big contract. We're gonna send you an advance.
He's gotten 100,000 views, Ray. How many views is that going to get right there?
Great contract for Robbie. Robbie, this show too new.
Yeah, baby.
Hey.
There we go. There we go.
Amen, brother.
Since we got Mickey there, when you were on the Angels, when you came up, how was it playing for the California Angels back in the day?
Well, you know, it's so great, you know, because they had no good big names, the guys over there, you know, and a lot of help with the first guy. What I got over there, Jim Fregosi, Sandy Alomar, took me under his wings.
Yeah.
He taught me a lot of great things, you know, to make me a better ball player. I had a lot of help because I used to ask. I used to go over to the Dodger camp, and then Murray Wills and all the guys used to come over in the evening on off days and work with me on base running. Hey, what about Jimmy Gillian, Junior Gillian?
Yeah.
That was Robbie's friend, Junior Gillian.
Yeah. Oh, I love
Robbie. You talking about somebody great guys? Them guys was just great. They'll come over and help me in the evening and stuff like that. Hey, I used to have to take my time. I used to come out there 10 o'clock in the morning. These guys used to come over.
Wow.
Murray Wills, Jr., and you had Roseboro over there with us at the time.
That's right.
John Roseboro.
That's right.
Robbie know.
Oh, yeah, big time. And, you know, you see the jersey I'm wearing, you know, this is Maury Will's jersey. Wow. It is. See on the back?
I see that.
Robbie, when I see you wearing that shirt, I want to say, my you.
Wow.
Robbie,
maybe you get a record deal on KTEL there, Ray.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm on my only chance before
I've got to ask Mickey a question. Hey, Mickey, should Maury Wills be in the Hall of Fame?
Oh, yeah. For me, definitely. Definitely. A guy like that is a Hall of Fame. I know he comes over, like I say again, come over and help me out, help a lot of guys out. Not only that, and you should appreciate guys like that.
Yeah.
You know, I come up with most of all the Dodgers players.
Wow.
Bill, all us, we played together in minor league. Ron Say, yeah, right. Yeah. And then the little guys. How about Dusty come over there? Dusty come up with me in Atlanta organization. Everybody ended up joining the California team.
Wow. Well, so Mickey, when you came over to the Yankees, you put on the pinstripes for the first time. How was that for you?
Well, you know, it was a learning process. You know, I hated it at the time, but I got used to it. The guys, you know, we always wanted to play. We play hard against each other, and as you learn, the guys like you had the guys come over. Remember, Catfish and the other guys come from Oakland. You had guys come from Cleveland. You had guys come from Baltimore. You had Buccaneers come from Chicago. We had all the mixes of the guys come over. So that was a little mini all-star team. Different guys, Paul Blair and them come over Baltimore.
Yeah.
Carlo Mays, not kind of complain about that. We had guys all over. Bless it. We got the Toy Cannon one year.
Yeah, Jimmy Wynn.
How about we have Jim Ray Hart for a couple of days over there? He comes over too. So we had guys from all over, all the league from different places.
But you had Billy Martin running the whole show. What's your thoughts about Billy Martin before you bring his son on?
For me, I thought Billy was one of the top guys I ever seen, ever played for. He gave you the opportunity, chance to play. And that's what you like about a manager. Didn't take that away from you. You know, a manager takes away from you when you see you doing something a little negative. He let you win out there and let you burn your own bridges. He paid you 100%. If you played, he didn't take it away from you. He let you win out there and do a great job. And when a manager behind you 100% like that, you go out there and you do good for him.
Yeah, so we actually have Billy Martin Jr. on the show tonight, so you can tell him yourself. Let's bring Billy on right now.
Hey, Junior! Good Junior.
Hey, there he is.
What happened?
There he
Junior
is.
Sears?
Oh my God, his father's way better looking.
Yeah, Billy better looking than that.
Hey, Billy, how you doing today?
Could Billy Harris?
I don't know.
Hey,
You might be.
Billy, look at Billy. Don't you see your main man on there, Billy?
I'm good, guys.
There you are.
I'm good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but he's like stuttered.
Oh, okay.
It's a little frozen.
A little frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, that's better. That's better.
That better now.
Hey, you see your boy
You
Mickey
guys
over
started
there,
off slow
Billy?
too.
Okay.
But,
So Billy,
I
tell
love
us
me
about
some
Mickey.
Nick.
Billy.
Absolutely. He
Hey,
was
I'll
awful
tell you
good
what.
to me.
I tell you what. Get to hear?
Yeah.
Billy and them got me a place. I tell you what, they got me a place out in Texas. I never forget that. I didn't want to tell nobody, but at the time, they got me a place out in Texas. Saying that'd be a quiet place where you go out there and you do a great job out there. So I went out there and moved to Arlington. They moved me out there in Arlington. Nobody never knows that. Got me a car, told me, got the people to fix me up to get me a house, and I stayed out there 30 years.
Yeah, I heard Billy, but I heard Billy Jr. was a bad influence out there for you.
Billy was great. Billy was great. Billy always took care of you. He always listened to me. And I think I did.
I know.
Billy was behind me 100%.
I don't know.
I know that for a fact.
What do you say about that, Billy?
I think we're gonna put Billy down. He's gonna come back on. I think he's frozen in
Billy
time,
was
man.
behind me 100%.
He'll work out.
Stevie, Billy was behind me 100%. Anything I did, that's why I say, oh man, I'm going out in the country. I went out in the country. It was a country out there. And I learned to accept that and stayed out there. And when I went, they said, oh, well, Billy and them took care of me.
Steve, I was going to ask you, while Billy gets back, I was telling Mickey about the incredible work of the John Rivera Foundation.
Yes.
And also Vanessa and what she does. Could you pick up from there and bring her on?
Yes, Vanessa Rodriguez is doing amazing work for the foundation. They have a big event coming up here in New York, and Vanessa Rodriguez is doing amazing work. Let's bring her on to talk about all the work that they're doing in the upcoming event here in New York. Vanessa, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you for having me, Steve.
Thank you. You know Ray McGrone?
On the show.
Hey, it's Reach Out with Steve and Ray and Mickey and Robbie.
Vanessa looking great. Steve got you on there. He told me.
Steve didn't do nothing. I'm the
Well, I'm very happy that you guys have me.
Wow. Well, Ray, I would stick to the music business. Come back on and practice a little bit.
You animal.
So, Vanessa, seriously, what's going on?
Vanessa, don't you see what I had to put up with? Vanessa, listen to me. Look what I had to put up with. You got Steve. You should appreciate that. Steve do a great job. This one on the side of me got me in a lot of trouble.
Oh, we got Mike Torres.
Say hello to Mike Torres.
Hey,
Mike Torres.
Say hello to Mike.
This is Mike right here. That's
There you go, Mike Torres. How you doing?
That's Vanessa. There goes Steve there.
Hey, Vanessa. We love Mike in 77, not too much in 78.
All right. The Red Sox.
All right, we'll take that.
Wow. So, Vanessa, let's put the baseball aside for a minute. Let Vanessa talk about what she does best over there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Vanessa, talk about the foundation.
Absolutely. So we are thrilled to be celebrating and hosting the 12th annual Celebrity Gala less than 2 weeks from now, next Wednesday at 6 p.m. at Capital. After a season of waiting, since unfortunately we couldn't celebrate last year due to the pandemic, we're very, very excited to be celebrating this year. And although excited because it's a celebration where we bring many great people together for a great cause, I do want to touch very lightly on what it is that we do, what we work on. And we try to find a cure for children with DIPG. DIPG stands for diffuse intrinsic pontine glioma. and it's a rare, inoperable brain cancer that occurs mostly in children. It's life-threatening. Most don't make it past 3 or 4 years of being diagnosed. So it's a very, very special cause and very dear to my heart. And we work arduously every year to try to raise as many funds as possible.
Wow, that's amazing. And what's the most rewarding aspect of what you do and what everybody does on your team?
For me personally, it's meeting the families that are devastated, once they find out this horrible news of their child is diagnosed with a life-threatening disease. It's when you hear these stories and we hear about so many diseases and we only hear it, but once you get to connect with the families who are actually going through the pain of this journey, it's very, very touching, and it's rewarding to be able to help them in any way we can. And it's not just a matter of raising money; it's also a matter of being there emotionally for these parents.
Mm-hmm. And you have Darlene Rodriguez emceeing it. She's been a supporter of what you guys are doing for so long. Talk about her for a second.
Yeah, she's one of our board members. Amazing to have her on our team. She's been with the Christian Rivera Foundation since the inception. I joined the foundation only about 5 years ago, but having Darlene is amazing. She is one of the actual hosts of the event, along with one of our other board members. A pleasure having her. Mm-hmm.
Wow. And Ray, Gio's involved this year too, right?
I couldn't be more proud of what this young man has done. I love Gio Urshela like a son, and just the fact that anytime I've asked him to come and help the children at whatever hospital, whatever school, he has never said no, and he deserves that award more than any award that he has ever received. And I'm just so proud of him because he understands the Yankee way. I mean, like Mickey knows, when Mickey played in the 70s, I always used to say, Mickey, can we go and see these kids or whatever? And Mickey was my go-to guy at that time. So that's why we're so close to this day.
Wow. And Ray, when you work with Gio, I mean, you work with hundreds and hundreds of baseball players. What makes Gio one of the top-notch people, not just on the field, but really in the community?
He's just a beautiful person. When you see him, when you talk to him, it comes out. It exudes the heart and soul of who he is, and he's a beautiful person. And again, I can't emphasize the only other kids that I have more pride in are my children, because Gio, I literally think that much of him from the standpoint of what he has done and what he has meant to New York, not just as a Yankee, but as a Yankee who gives. Yeah.
Wow. And that's so important. And recently you sat down with Nelson Cruz, who just won the Roberto Clemente Award. And I believe you had a chat a little bit about Gio, right?
Nelson Cruz is number one. There isn't a more giving soul in all of sports. You're talking about a guy who won the Muhammad Ali Humanitarian Award, which is the biggest of all the humanitarian awards in sports. And he recently won the Roberto Clemente, and he's a mentor to all of these guys, not just the Spanish guys, all guys. He is incredible, and I'm so happy that he supported Gio.
I think we have a little video bite. Want to show our viewers a little bit. Your little sit down with him. Let's check it out.
So Gio Urshela is going to be receiving the Christian Rivera Humanitarian Award. And that award is given to people that work hard in the community, like this gentleman right over here, Nelson Cruz, one of my heroes, man. Nelson?
Hey, Gio, man, congratulations. Anytime that you can give back and help others, God will bless you with help and joy. So from the bottom of my heart, again, congratulations, and keep doing it, and anything that I can do to help, I'm here for you.
And that's coming from the man that's done it more than anybody in baseball. Roberto Clemente Award winner.
Wow, that's awesome. So that's who was celebrating on that day, Vanessa, Gio Urshela.
Yes, we will be honoring Gio Urshela. We will also be honoring one of our doctors from Cornell, Dr. Jeffrey Greenfield, and we'll have some other celebrities, although we try to keep it a secret for that day for those who will know. But two that are on the list, as you saw on that postcard that you put up, will also be Curtis Sliwa from the Guardian Angels, and of course our Darlene Rodriguez.
Wow,
awesome,
amazing! I can't wait
for you, Vanessa. Could you give away the secret celebrity? Might be Ray Negron singing.
Might be, yeah.
Wow, singing! Wow.
He might be singing. I heard he might also be dancing, so we'll see.
Oh yeah!
Wow.
Hey, I do
Singing and
want to
dancing.
say,
Wow.
Vanessa,
Mickey, you're gonna have to come up for this one, Mick.
I do want to say, Vanessa, God bless you big time for what you're doing, you and the foundation, because it's such great work, and you very articulately described your cause. And I hope and pray that everybody comes out and supports it big time.
Thank you very much. And there's still tickets left. So for anyone who is interested in finding out a little bit more about our foundation, attending a great event that is it's a sit-down dinner at a beautiful venue downtown Manhattan at Capital, but it's also filled with lots of stories from parents, auctions, presentations, dancing. It's a great, great event. So for anyone who's interested, you can visit our website at ChristianRiveraFoundation.org and still buy a ticket.
And Steve, let me just say that John Rivera is an incredible man. And the reason I say this is I'm a dad. And if I lost a child, I don't know how I could do this. And the one thing that I know, spiritually speaking, that Christian Rivera is a hero. Okay, and the reason that Christian is a hero is because the fact that he died has meant that so many others have lived. And I thank God for that every day. Thank you, Christian. I pray to you every night.
Wow. Wow.
Awesome.
Well, Vanessa, thank you so very much, and God bless you in your efforts. And we can't wait to see you guys in a couple of weeks.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Steve.
Thank you so much.
I did that.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Vanessa. You're right. Steve did that.
But this is Reach Out with Ray and Steve, and Robbie's our musical director. There's Vanessa Rodriguez. You can track her down 718-813-2713 or email vrodriguez.realty@gmail.com. Christian Rivera Foundation board member and real estate expert. Unbelievable.
Great.
So, Mickey, you got a Yogi Berra hat on.
Yeah.
We're having our Bat Boy play on November 16th at the Yogi Berra Museum. Give us a really brief story about Yogi Berra.
This one at the museum this year?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, they want to know about your relationship with Yogi Berra.
You know, a long time ago, you know, we took a picture, and he had one where the kids took a picture of the Yogi with the Yoo-Hoo company in Florida. Never forget that. There's about five of the black kids, and we standing around, and I remember they get us some Yoo-Hoo to go home with, and he just took a picture. And I showed Yogi that picture about 20 years after. And did he remember the picture? But he remember the kids. He took a picture with the kids, and how you like that? Long time ago, before I even started playing.
Wow.
Like balls.
Wow.
Had a picture. We had a picture with. They had a picture with me and a couple of the young kids taking a picture with Yogi. I was about the oldest one at the time, with a couple of kids down there taking a picture with a Yoo-Hoo, a case of a 6-pack of Yoo-Hoo. We holding up the Yoo-Hoo, and one of them holding up the picture with the Yoo-Hoo, and Yogi and he's standing behind us. You know how he talk. And we always used to tease him. And they give us a pack of Yoo-Hoo, and I bought it to him, and he saw that picture. He was amazing. How you like that?
Wow, yeah. That's great.
Over 50 years. Over 50 years. How you like that?
He was just mad because that 6-pack belonged to him.
He wanted to drink the Yoo-Hoo and say, "You drinks a champion." Come on, this ain't gonna make us good. And as a kid, go.
No, I was gonna say it was Yogi's company, and he still would hide the Yoo-Hoo from everybody.
Oh
yeah,
wow!
I ain't never think he drank no Yoo-Hoo.
He drank it.
I ain't never
He used
thought.
to hide under the desk.
I never thought he drank the Yoo-hoo. All of you doing the company, I never seen Yogi. I never seen Yogi drink the Yoo-hoo.
Well, we have Bat Boy at the Yogi Berra Museum on November 16th. And Mickey, you've been part of it in so many ways. Thank you for everything you've done for Ray's show. And all the proceeds are going back to a program called Voices, which is a support of 9/11 survivors and people that perished. And the owners and the founder members are parents of a young man that passed away 20 years ago. So we can't wait to put on that production and give the proceeds, 100% of the proceeds, back to Voices. So, Mickey, thank you for all the work that you've done for Bat Boy.
And Steve, I want to also announce that Bat Boy is going to Broadway in February, thanks to John Rivera. John Rivera will be the main producer of that show. And we're going to be doing 2 shows on Broadway. Ooh. And Mickey Rivers will be coming in for those shows.
And I heard like 15 more people want to come because they're going to sing and dance.
So I'm in there.
So Mickey will be there. And also,
right. That's good. Yes. Mickey.
Yeah.
Surprise actor playing Lou Gehrig is going to be the great Ron Duguay.
Oh, okay. Wow. A star-studded event.
Yes, it will be.
Not bad, not bad. Well, let's try to get Billy Martin Jr. back on here because we had some technical problems. Billy, are you there?
I'm trying to be. I'm here.
Okay. How you doing today?
Everything great. Billy,
I'm doing great.
So have a few words
I'm
about...
obviously having some kind of internet issue.
Yeah, you're having some technical problems. But say a few words about Mickey Rivers, Billy.
Oh, come on. He was I can't call everybody a big brother, but he was damn good to me. And my father loved him.
Wow.
He loved me. I told you that when I first got there. They put me out there. They sent me to Texas. He said, "You're going to Texas." I said, "Texas? I ain't even no cowboy." Got me a house. Matter of fact, got me a house, car. To introduce me to a lot of the peoples out there. There you go. Got to introduce me to a lot of the peoples out there. And I stayed out there. I couldn't believe that.
But can you imagine what Billy Martin did for you? We're trading the guy to another city, and the wonderful, wonderful Billy Martin set it up for him to have an apartment, a car. I don't know about any girls, but he took care of them. And I think that's incredible. That was Billy Martin.
Was there. He told me to stay in that area over there.
Yeah, he wanted him to stay right near where he lived with Gretchen, Billy's mom, and Billy Jr. So, you know, they were all right in the neighborhood.
Right in the neighborhood.
You know what I'm saying? The only one that said, "Here goes the neighborhood," were the Martins. The only ones that didn't say it.
Wow.
They took care of Mickey.
He didn't care. He didn't care what you were or what you did. He was 100% behind you, and that's why I was 100% behind him. He get mad with you, he still didn't take out the lineup. He say, "Look, you gonna play. No make no difference. Get out there and play." And that's what you like about it. He didn't take that away from me. He let me go out there and do my own thing, and didn't care how I do it. He told me one day, if Mr. Steinbrenner come in here and say something, me and you argue. And don't worry about it. When he go, everything's okay. That's what I always remember. That's why I always took his back. Anything they said, that's why I took his back. I didn't believe nobody but him. When he told me something, that was facts.
Mickey, I want you to tell Billy Jr. while we have him in front of us in the world, was there a racist bone in that man's body?
They could say what they want to say, but if he liked everybody the same, he did everything for everybody, white, black, whatever. He took care of more black ball players than any other race out there. He get them an opportunity, the chance to go out there and do this over and over. He said you did something wrong to make nothing different. He could let you get that opportunity, the chance to go out there, and never took that away from you. And that's what we liked about Billy. He always gives the opportunity, the chance to go out there over and over. You had a strike against you, he let say, "Oh, you still could do it." And it gives that opportunity chance to go out there and prove to ourselves.
Hey,
Amen.
Well said. Mickey,
And let me
well
just
said.
say that. Let me just say this: that there was a couple of times when Billy wanted to beat the crap out of the Mick.
Oh, definitely.
And you know what? There was never a black-white issue. It was he wanted to kick his butt like he was a son.
Right.
Okay?
He always told me. Always. Oh, what happened? Didn't I tell you if you need something, come to me first? Always to say that. Always. Oh, and he did it to my wife. She said, if Mickey needs something, call me. Here's my number. Call me. Make sure he call me.
Well, that's because your wife was cute then. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't count.
All right, well, we only got a few more moments because we got a top-notch musical guest. Billy, what do you have to say?
How about the time in Oakland? Oakland, we go to the hotel. We staying to the hotel. Now you over there with us. You go to the hotel. He comes over to the hotel where I'm at. Hey, how you doing? You know, and I say, oh man, I got to sit in there with us at the bar. We sit to the bar, had a great time the whole night. How you like that? Had a great time the whole night. He's over there with Oakland. I'm with another team. He comes over there, sit over there with him. We sit around him. I said, oh, I hope he go if I could try to, maybe I go out. He stayed there half of the night with us, enjoyed us, paid for everything at the bar for us.
Wow.
We had a great time.
You can't talk about the other stuff.
Well, we only got 1 minute left because we have a solid musical guest that Robbie's going to introduce. So,
Right.
Billy, what do you have to say what Mickey said about your father?
You know, Dad was all about winning, and Mickey was a guy that knew how to win. You know, he may have walked up to the plate like he was hurting, and he could barely get there, and then boom! Next thing you know, he's standing on third base because he hit a triple. And, they found a way to win.
Wow. And one last question. Should your father be in the Hall of Fame?
Mickey, you answer that.
Absolutely.
That's a no-brainer.
Absolutely. I agree.
You know, it's no-brainer. People take it and say about that, he was the Hall of Famer. Anything you do or see or say, he done it or did it in different ways that the structure don't like it. Like I say again, the structure don't like it, but he did it for peoples, all types of peoples. The benefit. He didn't care about the benefit. I'm gonna let you know now. I know for a fact he didn't care about the benefit. He didn't want all that fame. He just wanted to make sure I was satisfied, the people around us satisfied. It didn't take none for nothing. And that's why he had a lot of problems out of the business structure with the managers, owners standpoint, because he took care of the little guys, and they didn't want him to do that. Why you didn't do this with the little guy? Why you didn't make him a better construction than he did? He said, look, long as they give me 100% on the field, I didn't care what they do off the field. And that was his thinking. And that's why the guys love him, because he didn't take nothing away from him. He didn't take nothing away from the guys. He made them better, and the guys learned. You learn, okay, oh man, behind me 100%, so I got to do something. They can't make him look bad. So they did a different way, and that's why we love him.
Hey, and the last thing from our end is I want to thank Billy Martin Jr. From the standpoint of the father that he is. His children are wonderful. His daughter is sucking up a lot of information about her grandfather. And I think that that's incredible. Billy, I love you even more for that, because they should know everything about their granddaddy, who was one of the great men of all time.
Definitely, one of the great. Everybody don't like it because he did it in a different manner with a lot of different people, and they can't understand it that way. So they hate that. Oh, why did he take care of this guy? Why he had this guy? And this guy was a lot of trouble for him, and he gave you the opportunity. And that's what you like about the guy. He gives the opportunity to do better. And when we do better, he didn't want no credit for him. He kept going over.
Gentlemen, thank you so much. Robbie, thank you, Billy. Thank you, Mickey. Hang tight.
Thank you, Billy.
Robbie, you have an outstanding guest right next to you. Tell us about it.
I do. And I tell you what, before I bring him on, I've got, this guy, Billy Martin, who's from Berkeley, California. And so is our next guest from from Berkeley, California. And this next guest is in the Hall of Fame. He's one of the all-stars of music. He's the funkiest Barry saxophone player ever. He is a founding member of one of the greatest bands that ever existed, the Tower of Power.
Yes.
And this guy is the funky Barry sax player. He's the chief songwriter. And we have a little video that we're going to start to set it up. Can we roll that video? Karma.
You still with us? Well, I got a man over in the horn section, has one of the biggest horns I ever seen in my life. And right about now, I believe he wants to make a statement. So, would you like to hear from the Funky Doctor? Come on, right. Wait a minute now. Bring it down. In order to get the man to do his thing, I want you to help me out. I'm going to raise my hands, and when I raise my hands, we're going to call out his name. You ready? You ready? Okay, we're going to do it like this. Watch what I do. We say, right here, say, Doctor. I'm going to raise my hands. We say, Doctor. Let him know you care. Doctor. Let him know you're out there. Doctor. I know he can hear you say, Doctor. Calling out his name, you say, Doctor. Mean what you say when you say, Doctor. Oh, what you say right here, Doctor. Lay it on him, Doc. The Funky Doctor, Stephen McKenzie Kupka. Give it up. Oh, yeah. Keep the groove going, nothing but a groove right here.
Doctor.
Yes. Wow. Awesome.
So welcome to Stephen, Doc Kupka, everybody.
Yes.
Nice.
Well done. Well done.
That was a long time ago.
Yes.
A long time ago. And playing with Ellis Hall was really a treat in those days.
Wow. So you're hanging out with Robbie Robinson. How's that going right now?
Oh, it's fabulous. We did this thing called Jam for Jesus back in 2014 that Robbie's been putting on every year for years and years. And 2014 was my first year, and became better friends. And now we're songwriting, and we have 12 brand new worship songs for this project, and I'm real proud of them. And there you have it.
And Robbie, Tower of Power has been around for so long, a legend musically. Talk about your rapport and your relationship with them over the years.
Well, Tower of Power is one of the greatest bands out there, and they still sound as funky as ever. They were started August 13th, 1968, the day that Doc Kupka joined the band. And Doc, my brother here, Doc is the primary songwriter, has written most of their hits, all those great songs like What Is Hip, like You're Still a Young Man. And what's the song that Guidry used to do?
What Is Hip? It's word has it that Ron Guidry had a drum set at Yankee Stadium before he pitched. He warmed up on the drum set, and a rumor says that he used to warm up to What Is Hip. And if that's true, it's so thrilled. I was a big fan of his.
Wow.
What do you think, Ray? Do you ever remember him, Ron Guidry, playing drums in Yankee Stadium?
Ron Guidry, that was his thing. Okay, he was the first guy to bring the drum set in there, and he was actually in the room where Lou Gehrig used to meditate and pray to God. And
wow.
And so he set up his drum set there, and he would go to town, and he was very good.
Wow. Well, and Doc, over the years, I mean, you played the baritone sax. Talk about your upbringing with musically, how that came to be.
Musically, my father was a big classical music fan. He didn't like pop music too much. He Broadway show stuff was okay, but what was on the radio was he hated it. Sort of like the Broadway show guys don't like rap. He was like that back then, and so I started out on playing the oboe, and when I got to college age, it was with James Brown, Sam and Dave, and Otis Redding were happening, and that's what I wanted to play. That's where my heart was, and so I switched over to Barry sax, and got on the scene, learned how to play, and I'll tell you a little story. When I joined a band called the Motowns, which turned into Tower of Power, and they were playing at the Alameda County Fair, and I was being a roadie for a band called the Loading Zone, and the Motowns opened for them, and Emilio Castillo wanted to use the Hammond organ, and I set it up for them, and they played, and they were just great. They were just kids, and played fabulous. And so after the show, I went up to Emilio and said, "Hey, you guys got a great band." And he says, "Thanks." And I said, "Only one thing wrong." And he said, "Oh yeah, what's that?" "Your horn section. It needs a little bottom. By the way, I play the baritone sax. And I have a Selmer with a low A key, which at the time was a new innovative thing. And I'm a Yamaha guy now, probably so, but back then I was playing Selmer. And he gave me an audition, and except for a couple of days off of bad behavior, I've been in that band 53 years.
Wow.
52. That is amazing. Holy cow. And that's great. And the work that you do with Robbie, I mean, jamming Java and what the work he does as a Christian, it's so very important. These times are hard right now. It's so polarizing our world. And the work that you're doing musically, but bringing people closer to God, how important is that for you, Doc?
It's real important. I'm very proud of those songs, and it's kind of nice writing songs that don't have bad grammar on purpose. And and when it's worship songs, you feel like you got a little extra help.
Yeah.
A little just a little power from above, and we write the best worship songs we can. I still write soul tunes and secular music too. I love doing that, but this project with Robbie is very special to me, and I'm grateful for him and grateful to be doing it.
Wow. Well,
you know what? And I got to say, for me, this is like working with Mickey Mantle. This is like working with Yogi Berra. This is working with one of the all-time greats. This guy is known in the music business as the funkiest baritone saxophone player on the planet, no holds barred and no competition. And then on top of that, he is a brilliant songwriter. He is the songwriter and lyricist primarily but the total songwriter on almost every Tower of Power hit. And we've got 12 songs that are pretty stinking good.
Yes, we do.
Wow. And the collaboration that you have, Robbie, with so many people through the years. I mean, working with Doc and putting those songs together at this stage in your careers must be really satisfying, Robbie.
It is. Well, I think as a musician, and Doc can speak to this, is we all want to do what we love to do, and that's to make music, and that's to create. And when you find collaborators that you can create with and there's a chemistry with, it's the best.
Wow.
What's great too is there's some things that I do better than others, like lyrics and stuff like that. And there's other things I don't do so well, like recording and arranging and stuff that Robbie's just great at. So we don't get in each other's way.
Okay.
We fill in all the gaps between us, and it's very, very satisfying. A lot of physics if we're all moving in the same direction rather than against each other, which sometimes happens in other configurations where, there's clashes. Robbie and I have no clashes musically or creatively, and it sure makes for a smooth setup.
And we're both still on the road. I'm touring out there with Frankie, and Doc is still touring out there with Tower of Power. You guys do how many dates a year now?
Well, since COVID, it's cut down. We used to do about 150 a year. By the way, we're going to be in New York.
Oh,
the Sony Hall at the 14th and 15th of March. So you get with the program and come and see us. The band.
Oh yeah, no doubt. So Robbie, tonight on your show, Jam and Java, what do you got in store?
Well, tonight Doc is going to be on. Well, there it is. Doc Kupka, Ellis Hall, Nick Lane, and Doc has his own record label called Strokeland Records, and he's done dozens of records on that label, and he's presenting a new CD, a new album that has just been released called Ellis Hall, Let's Make an Arrangement, and we're going to be having Doc, along with Ellis, and along with Nick Lane, who plays in a band called Chicago, you may have heard of, who's one of the brilliant musicians.
And he engineered, mixed, and arranged.
Yeah, so we're gonna be rolling that new album out, and Ellis Hall too is a brilliant talent. That was Ellis that was singing with Tower of Power at the beginning of that segment.
Oh, okay.
And he's one of the most talented humans on the planet, Ellis too, and
very much.
And he's got this album is really great. It's called Let's Make an Arrangement, and you can buy it on Strokeland.com.
Okay.
STROKELAND.com.
Wow. And Robbie, Robbie's Records is starting to take off now. You're getting a lot of views and a lot of attention to it. Talk about what your vision is for 2022 and where you want to take that.
Well, I'm going to be looking for a lot of new artists, and particularly I like guys who used to be Bat Boys and who can sing Frankie Valli songs. So I'm out looking for those kind of guys.
Ray and Mick.
Do we have any of those kind of guys?
Ray and Mick.
Ray and Mick. Oh, it'd be like a duo. Is it Mick and Ray or Ray and Mick?
It's Ray and Mick, right?
Oh.
Yeah, it's like that's a nice chair you got there, Ray. It's like a throne over there. What do you?
I've earned this. All right.
They give me a throne in Yankee Stadium.
I see that. So, Doc, talk about your other bandmates in Tower of Power over the years and how much of a connection you have with them. Is it kind of like a family?
Yeah, it is like a family. There's been a lot of family members through the years.
Yeah.
But the ones who have lasted, David Garibaldi, the drummer, and he's doing real good, and Emilio Castillo, the leader, and myself. And Rocco Castillo lasted a long time. He passed away in 2019 or 20. Anyway, he passed away, and
2020. Yeah.
So anyway, so there's new guys, and out of the through the years, the guys that really made an impact are C.T. Chester Thompson, the keyboard player, Hammond, D3 player, Lenny Pickett, the sax player who's now the MD of Saturday Night Live. He's the guy who plays the saxophone on all those shows. Great, best saxophone player I ever worked with, and I played with some real good ones.
Oh yeah,
and then there's a lot of guys who've been through the years. I happen to do a lot of work with Jeff Tamalier, who was a guitar player for a while, and anyway, it's something to be proud of. 53 years in Tower of Power, and we're still going strong. Not many bands can say that.
Wow, 53 years, and the work that you do with Frankie Valli, you've been with Frankie for over 44 years.
Oh yeah, and but I'll tell you what, going back to Tower of Power, I've been a fan of Tower Power since I first heard them, but I've been to their shows. They sound better than ever. They are one of the tightest, one of the funkiest, one of the most precise, one of the most amazing bands you'll ever hear. If you ever get a chance, do not miss going out to hear Tower Power, especially live. And they have a 50th anniversary video out that's just off the charts.
Yeah, it's nice. But our choreography has slowed down a little bit. So don't be disappointed if we're a little older now, but we're bringing it playing wise big time.
Wow, that's great. And you know, this show is about bridging the gap between now and years gone by to show people the music or the sports or the era, the community work that was done then. It could still be done now, and to teach our young people about music, about sports, and about giving back. And I think, Robbie, you say it best when we open up the show, how we're all here for community. It sounds like you gentlemen on the West Coast there are doing it.
The difference that Doc and I have is I'm a Dodger fan, and he's from the Bay Area. He's from Oakland area, Berkeley.
Okay.
And so, you know, he's a Giant fan. So when we had that series going on a couple weeks ago, we didn't see eye to eye in our baseball affiliation.
And neither of you went to the World Series, so there you go.
Yeah, well, be true to your school. That's the way.
That's right.
Ray, what do you think of Doc over there?
Hey, listen, you're talking about, they use the word legend too loosely, but not when it comes to this man, okay? What he has done, what he has accomplished, and his incredible staying power. I mean, you're talking about Doc, you're talking about Frankie Valli, you're talking about Tony Bennett. I mean, that's what, come on. That's what you're talking about.
That's right. That's right. Well, you know, if you want to see more of Doc and Robbie right after this, a little hour after this, Jam and Java, can't wait to see. I watch it every time after our show ends. Can't wait to see it tonight. You gentlemen have a great show tonight.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We want to apologize. Cliff Johnson's supposed to be on. He'll be on next week. We had technical problems. I want to thank Billy Martin Jr. and Mickey Rivers, of course, and Ray and Robbie and Doc and everybody behind the scenes. And Mike Torres, yes. And get more views, Robbie. 120,000 is not enough.
I know. Well, you know why we got all those views? There was an article that came out a few days ago in a New York magazine, an article by Ray Negron, and it talked about Robbie's records. Pretty cool.
Oh, okay. There we go. Ray is on it. What Ray does best is bring out the best in others, and that's why I love working with him. And Doc, thank you very much. And then Robbie, you're the best. And Carmine, thank you for putting this show together. And we'll see you everybody next week.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.